Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tropicana Field for opening day baseball. The Toronto Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays. They will have a very close head-to-head matchup hopefully today. Hopefully a very exciting game, first game of the season as I said before. Sorry, I don't know how to open up a baseball video. Lots of opening day festivities around the league today, so hopefully there's a great game on the field to see. Starting pitcher for the Rays will be Clayton Kershaw, the left-handed menace and multiple Cy Young Award winner, while the Toronto Blue Jays will send Shelby Miller to the mound. Opening day 2014, it looks to be a good one. All the teams look pretty even. There you see Wilson Ramos coming out to slap the hands of all his teammates. Get in line. And as we say the national anthem, at least in the game, not in real life, get ready for this game to begin, and hopefully it begins sometime soon. Yeah. So, here we go. Let's look at the opening day lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays. It reads Polanco, Rendon, Trout, Bird, Rizzo, Arenado, Jeter, Grandal, and Harper rounding it out. Very strong looking lineup, but as with any year, you don't know what you have until opening day. Clayton Kershaw will be the pitcher for the Rays, as I alluded earlier. 25 years old, already has multiple Cy Young Awards, and the lefty looks to have another great season this year. So, let's start that season off right now. So, 2 outs in the first inning, 0-2 count. Kershaw's pitch to Mike Trout. Trout swings on the inside slider, and he is down on strikes. Kershaw has been pretty good through the first inning. And now we are going to skip ahead to the middle. Oh no, actually we're going to skip ahead and look at the lineups here for the Rays. Span, Victorino, Freeman, Cespedes, Ramos, Pierzynski, Walker, Uribe, and Bogarts to round it out. They have a pretty good looking team, but somewhat of an older team. They will face Shelby Miller, the 23-year-old sensation from the Cardinals, was drafted by the Blue Jays this year, and he is actually the staff ace thus far. So, he's going to be facing Shane Victorino, and he's going to strike him out with a fastball with the knees. Very good way to start the season for Miller. And here we go. Skip ahead to the middle of the second inning, top of the second inning. Marlon Byrd drives one deep to left field. He barely gets it out of there on what was kind of a line drive shot, but that was quite a show of power from Marlon Byrd. His first at-bat of the season, maybe looking to have a bounce-back season, maybe looking to give us some reason to keep Chris Bryant in the minors just a little bit longer. We took him to be a DH, and while he may play the outfield while Polanco plays DH, he's still hitting, so he's going to stay up for quite a while. He's going to be on this team for quite a while. You see him and Rizzo slapping hands. And Marlon Byrd, let's take another look at this shot off the bat of Byrd. It barely gets over the fence. It was pretty high, though, but it lands probably a foot over the fence. Now, Anthony Rizzo is up right after him. Rizzo with a 2-2 count, lefty to lefty. He is going to drive one almost to the exact same spot as Marlon Byrd. That is back-to-back home runs for the Blue Jays on opening day. Hopefully that is a thing of signs to come and how this season will turn out, because the Blue Jays would love to have a great winning season, and they've had quite a bit of power shown so far through 2 innings. As Rizzo rounds the bags. Very nice shot. It's amazing that they both hit almost the exact same spot. Slaps the arm of Arenado. The wrist bump. We'll take another look at it just to see exactly where it went, because it is almost the exact same location. It lands just over the fence. Now Grandal is up with a man on first. He is going to drive one deep to right field. Right fielder's back, but that's not going to be far enough. We are not going to be able to send the runner to tag it up in advance. And Kershaw limits the damage, hopefully. Let's see what Kershaw does. Oh, we actually skipped to the bottom of the second. Cespedes versus Miller, and Cespedes strikes out on a low changeup. Miller has been dealing today. Now he's facing Wilson Ramos in a 1-2 count. The pitch from Miller, and Ramos takes. Now Miller 2-2 count. almost the same pitch that he gave to Cespedes, except this one is going to go into right field, and that one is just barely going to get over the fence too. But that is a home run for the Tampa Bay Rays. It is now a 1-run ball game, 2-1. The Rays showing some life here against Shelby Miller. Really the only mistake Miller has made thus far today, and he is going to look to regain some composure, compose himself, keep himself composed, and not let this get to him, and continue to pitch a pretty good game, because he's got quite the opposite today in Clayton Kershaw, who's facing Trout again. Trout lines one dive by the second baseman, but he's not going to get it, as Trout is in with a single. Nice piece of hitting there for Trout. Now Marlon Byrd is up. He's going to take the curveball. Trout is easily into second. Barely, though. Well, easily, but the throw was... if the throw had been a little bit quicker, he would have been out. Now Marlon Byrd, 2-2 count, pitches inside. Byrd hits another bomb into left field. This one a little bit more of a no-doubter, as that one landed a few rows up, actually. And that was a pretty nice shot off the bat of Byrd. It is now a 4-1 ball game, and the Blue Jays look like they may be putting this one away early against the ace Kershaw. But never count this Rays lineup out. They are pretty good this year. Let's look for Kershaw to pitch his way back into this one. So as always, Rizzo batting next. High pitch. Rizzo takes it into center field. That's going to drop. No! Denard Span with a beautiful play making that catch. Let's watch this one more time. Denard Span laying out, barely making the catch before he hits the ground. It was a beauty of a play by Denard Span to get the offense to stop a little bit. So now we move to the bottom half. Freddie Freeman with a man on second and a chance to drive it in. He is just going to lightly tap it to second base, and that is going to end the inning. Rendon makes the play, and the Blue Jays are going to go to their half of the fourth inning. Moving to the top of the fourth inning. All right, you've got Bryce Harper up now. He is actually going to strike out with a man on first. Harper has not been that great this season, and that is actually going to end our half of the fourth inning. We are going to the bottom half here from Tampa Bay. Shelby Miller, there's a man on first. Wilson Ramos taking one deep to right center, but that is going to be hauled in by Mike Trout. Trout makes the catch, definitely takes away extra bases from Ramos, and possibly the tying run. Oh no, not the tying run, a run. Oh, that one is driven into left field. Not sure who the batter was, but that is going to be easily tracked in out there by Marlon Byrd, and that is going to end the fourth inning. The Blue Jays still have a commanding 4-1 lead over the Jays. No, over the Rays. It's confusing, the Rays and the Jays, and both cities start with TB. Well, not cities, but you know what I mean. Polanco drives one up the middle. Neil Walker with an excellent play, but can't get Polanco at first. Just barely. That is actually Gregory Polanco's first career hit. He is our DH this game. So you know what that means. They're going to toss the ball out. He's going to remember that one for a while. He gets to keep the ball. Rizzo goes out to get it. Hopefully he does not throw that into the crowd by mistake. But it would be pretty fun to see him throw that one into the crowd. So now Rendon is up and Polanco is off. He is in with his first career stolen base. So Gregory Polanco trying to get it all done today. Say, hey, don't make this all about Bird. Make it about me too. But Rendon is going to rip one into center field. Around comes Polanco. Polanco is going to score his first major league run. Quite a milestone game for Gregory Polanco. Rendon with the RBI single. Joe Maddon's going to come out and grab Kershaw. Not a great outing for Clayton Kershaw. Not a typical Clayton Kershaw outing. And David Huff, the lefty, 29 years old, is going to come in relief of Clayton Kershaw. In actually the pretty early innings, I believe this is the fifth inning, yes, he is going to come in and immediately strike out Mike Trout. Trout has 2 strikeouts already today, not as strong as you would like him to be in the first game of the season, but it's a long season. Now Marlon Byrd looking to do even more damage with only 1 out and a man on first. He is going to strike out on the changeup. Marlon Byrd couldn't get it done there. Now we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Freddie Freeman with a man on first. No, 2 men on. He is going to ground out. Freeman cannot get it done today in the clutch. And there you see the old man, Derek Jeter, the old man of this club. What do you guys think about me trading Derek Jeter back to the Yankees? I've been thinking about it recently, and I think that it would be the best thing to do to trade Derek Jeter back to the Yankees, since I'm probably not going to need him at shortstop for much longer this season. That one is high and deep, but that is not going to get out for Derek Jeter. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below of me trading Derek Jeter back to the Yankees, because I'm probably going to bring up Baez at some point this season, and Derek Jeter is going to be rendered useless. Now that one, that is past Rizzo, but Rendon is there. He is able to get Cespedes at first, and that was quite the athletic play by Anthony Rendon. There you see the line score for Shelby Miller. 3 walks compared to 2 hits and 2 strikeouts. So not Shelby Miller's greatest outing, but still a very quality outing. Now 3-2 count. David Huff's pitch to Anthony Rendon. Rendon can't hold up. He is struck out, but it probably was going to be a strike anyway. Now we move to the bottom of the 7th here. Shelby Miller gets another strikeout. Miller has been very strong tonight, not giving up a lot of runs. Now Xander Bogaerts up. He is going to flare that. Whoa, what is going on here? A man on first. He is going to be able to get to second as they don't get anyone on that play. There's going to be an error on Rendon and possibly an error on Derek Jeter as he didn't touch the base. Now 2 men on for Denard Span. Denard Span is just going to ground into a simple little double play. That was probably one of their greatest chances to score, and Denard Span could not come through in the clutch. Hits it right to Rendon, and there are no problems on this play. It doesn't look like Jeter touched the bag, though. Just saying. So let's move to the 8th. Kelvin Herrera is going to come in to pitch for the Rays. I don't think that's relevant, though, because we're going to move to the 8th inning. Bottom of the 8th inning. Shelby Miller is going to come out. He pitched a strong game. We're going to bring the 37-year-old Kyle Farnsworth, who is still pitching. This old man still pitching. Let's see if he still has it against Shane Victorino. He is going to strike out Victorino. That is quite the debut for Kyle Farnsworth. Let's see if he can keep it rolling. He's going to face Freddie Freeman. 2-1 count. Freeman is going to drive one into the gap in right center field. Trout rounds it up. He's going to throw into second, but Freeman is just ahead of the throw. So Freddie Freeman finally getting it done with the bat, but drives nobody in. Now Cespedes with a 3-0 count. He is going to draw a walk. Kyle Farnsworth is flirting with danger here as there are now 2 men on in the 8th inning for A.J. Pierzynski. Ooh, he strikes out Pierzynski. The men were actually moved up by I think it was Wilson Ramos ground out. So Kyle Farnsworth gets out of it. Still a 5-1 lead for the Blue Jays here as we move to the 9th inning. And we look to end this one up. Kyle Farnsworth pitching in the 9th. He is going to get a strikeout there. Farnsworth, despite getting a little bit of danger last inning, has been fairly good. But that one is going to be driven into center field. Trout is able to range it in because he is able to track it down because that's how good of a fielder he is. He's fast. Now Xander Bogaerts up. Bogaerts is going to draw a walk. So that puts 2 men on with, I believe, only 1 man out for Kyle Farnsworth here in the 9th inning. 2 men out, actually. Shane Victorino. That looked like strike 3 to me. But Victorino is going to draw a walk. Kyle Farnsworth has loaded the bases. Tying run coming to the plate. We're going to bring in the 24-year-old closer, Carson Smith, to face guess who? You'll never guess who it is with the bases loaded in the 9th inning. 2 outs. Freddie Freeman. A chance to get his clutch hit here. 3-2 count. Freeman strikes out. Swinging, looking. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but he strikes out to end the ball game. Carson Smith comes in for the save. Shelby Miller gets the win, and the Toronto Blue Jays win the opening day game against the Tampa Bay Rays. Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. Very hard-fought victory by the Blue Jays. The offense really putting up a lot of numbers. Shelby Miller really containing this Rays offense. There's a lot of deserving candidates for player of the game. 2 that come to mind, especially Shelby Miller and the man who had 2 very big home runs, Marlon Byrd. But we'll have to wait a little bit longer to see who the player of the game is. There you see Carson Smith, the man of the hour, saving it in the 9th with the bases loaded. His first save. And there you see line scores. Clayton Kershaw didn't even make it 4 1/3. He only made it 4 innings, giving up 5 runs. No walks, however, but only 2 strikeouts. Not a typical Kershaw outing, as the Blue Jays played a great game. And they look to continue this, rolling into the next one. So that just about wraps up the broadcast. There you see Marlon Byrd winning player of the game, 3 RBIs, 2 home runs in his 4 at-bats. So he's probably leading the American League in home runs right now. Probably not batting average, but he's probably close. Here you see some stats of what guys have done so far and what they've done in the game. Batting averages, home runs, RBIs, 1 error for Rendon, 2 stolen bases in this game. And there you see ERAs and pitching stats. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like rating for more of this. Let me know about the Jeter trade if you guys want me to trade him back to the Yankees. And as always, thank you guys for watching.